Alie, let me ask you a question.
Yeah, fire away, dude.
What?
Fire away, dude.
Oh. Yes or no? Finding the right hair color for you, Alie, can be a challenge.
What color is my hair right now?
Burgundy.
Yeah, was that on purpose?
No.
Did I need to use E-Salon?
Yes, you did.
Oh, I fucked it up. Oh, wait. You can scratch that.
No, it's great. E-Salon offers professional grade, leave that in, completely personalized hair color that's created just for you and delivered right to your door. Alie, you fucking need this.
I need it so much. This is the last time I will color my hair without taking the steps to get the right color. I grabbed a color off the shelf. It was the wrong color. My hair is maroon now.
Don't do it. Alie, do you love questionnaires?
Yes.
Here's a hair questionnaire. Upload your photo and a personal colorist will formulate your individually blended color from over 15,000 pigments.
Oh my God.
I know.
I need E-Salon and a time machine to go back to yesterday.
Totally. Well, they've got you covered. There's 100% satisfaction guaranteed if you're not happy, Alie.
Oh God, I need
with
this.
Your color. It will give you a free reformulation or refund.
I think anything's better than what I did to myself before.
I mean, you look cute.
Thanks, dude. But you know what? I like that the color doesn't fade. Like they have the grays covered. Because I get some grays every once in a while.
I mean, at 23 years old, our gray is like pretending to start to come in.
I know. It's probably because we're such big thinkers.
We're so young.
So you can visit esalon.com/slumber party, all one word. And do that. You get 50% off your first order. So that's $10 for your personalized hair color, which is crazy because the last time I got my hair colored in a salon, it was like $180.
Dude, you can do it your freaking self. I've been doing it my freaking self for years and years.
Yeah, I really got the wrong color. So I need to use eSalon. You get 50% off your first box at esalon.com/slumber party. So go do that. Don't be an Alie Ward.
Send us photos too. Hashtag it at, I don't know, Alie in Georgia. Let's see your hair.
Yeah, just tag us in it on Instagram. Let's see your pictures.
Let's do it.
I want to look at your hair.
Bye. Listen, you shouldn't have to stretch your budget to buy jeans with a little give. High-end denim can cost hundreds of dollars, but bargain brands don't offer the same level of style and comfort.
Yeah. You can't get some jeans that cost you hundreds of dollars and like have to do a juice cleanse to get into them.
Totally. So Distilled, spelled DSTLD, they've revolutionized the fashion industry with their timeless luxury grade denim. So you get jeans that would normally cost you hundreds starting at just $65.
Yeah. They eliminate these crazy markups because they refuse to work with middlemen.
Refuse. They ship directly to you for free and guarantee the fit, or they'll send you a new pair until they're perfect. Distilled jeans are built to last and will be a staple in your closet for years.
They also have a bunch of fall jackets. So if you're like into a classic denim or you want like a bomber jacket, you can just expect the same level of quality.
Okay. And so for a discount, go to dstld.com/feral and you'll get $10 off your first order.
That's
d.com/feral for $10 off. Bye. Thanks. Bye. Hi. Let's
Georgia.
go. Hey, Alie.
Georgia.
Alie.
Hey.
Hey, Slumber Party with Alie in Georgia.
Hey, that's what this is.
That's what this is.
Yep, you're Georgia.
You're Alie.
What did you learn this week?
I learned that, and this may not be true, but I like it, that the reason shortbread cookies are called shortbread is because the dough is just short of becoming bread.
What?
Yeah. Fucking cool, right?
No.
I don't
How
think
did you
that's
find
true.
that out?
Some show on Food Network.
Was it a shortbread? What it is and what it's not?
Shortbread. What is it? What is it not? How do we find out? Let's find out. Let's
I
call
love
that
shortbread.
I do too.
You know what it is? It's butter and like a teaspoon of flour.
It's so much better. What did you learn?
Oh God, I cannot remember if I told you this last week. Honestly.
Okay.
You know when something hurts and you rub it?
Yeah.
Did I tell you this?
No.
God, thank God. When something hurts and you're like, ow, and then you rub it, the reason why that feels better, and they've done studies to be like, does this feel better, or are we just all...
It's so weird that we know to do that, yeah.
Yeah, are we all dipshits? It feels better because when you are in pain and then you put more sensation on the area, your brain's like, wait, what's this? And then it distracts from the pain because your brain can only process so much stuff at once. So it's like, oh, I'm getting touched. Ow, ow. Oh, I'm getting touched.
Oh my God. Our brains are so dumb. I was thinking that maybe it like breaks up the cells of the blood cells and shit.
It's great. It doesn't break up. Like there's a blood cell party and it's like, everyone out of here.
Like, get the fuck out.
I'm rubbing this right now. Nothing to see here. But I learned that. And the next day I was at the zoo and a kid like fell and like bonked his entire face on
Dumbass.
something.
No,
And I heard, what did you say?
It's a dumbass.
Yeah, no, he was a dumbass. I went up to him and I said, "Hey, little dumbass, how are you going to survive the rest of your life when you have to pay bills and drive?"
Yeah.
No, his he bonked his face. He did a little weeping, and I heard his dad say, "Rub it; it'll feel better." And I wanted to be like, "Excuse me, I just learned."
That's sweet. I'm sorry I called that guy a dumbass. I'm sure he doesn't deserve it.
The thing is, he's what, 6? In 12 years, he probably will be a dumbass
Yeah.
because we're all dumbasses,
Right.
But it's okay.
Let's introduce our not dumbass. I don't like. How do I get around calling her a dumbass?
It's a perfect segue.
Yeah. So speaking of not dumbasses,
Everybody's dumbasses. Speaking of dumbasses,
our fucking hilarious friend. She's a comedian and a writer, and she has a show on CISO called "Take My Wife" that we're obsessed with.
Yes.
Rhea Butcher.
yay! Thanks for having me,
Yay.
you gals.
You gals.
We wanted to have you on the podcast for so long.
I know.
I've wanted to be on it for so long. I'm so glad it finally worked out.
Me too.
Big fans.
Big
Thanks for.
fan.
I mean,
fans.
likewise, gals. Likewise,
thank
huge
you.
big fans.
Really?
Yeah, 100%.
There's the spirit, Alie.
Are you sure?
Why?
Give me all the reasons.
What did you learn this week, Rhea?
Let's see. I learned that our show, Take My Wife, is getting a second season.
Hold on. Break for applause.
I found out yesterday, and I'm so excited
Yeah,
for you
I'm
guys.
super excited about it. I also found out that Tegan and Sarah Quinn, twin sisters, and musicians, are very, very nice people.
Yeah, you guys had it. So you had a like a promo.
We made a little holiday special.
It's so fucking cute with them on it. You can find it online,
Thank
and
you.
it's
It's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube. What would they look for?
Take My Wife, holiday special, Tegan and Sarah. You can
It's
put all those things in there.
Very confusing.
Search words.
I'm sure you'll find it.
Unless you're a dumbass.
I just learned, the other thing I learned this week is that they have a last name, and it's Quinn.
Yeah, it's Quinn.
I learned that about
They've
4
got last
seconds
names,
ago.
right?
Are they what's her face's daughter from MTV, the old VJ?
Martha Quinn?
Yes, I heard a
Unfortunately,
rumor.
no, they're not.
Fuck. Damn it.
I heard a rumor.
They
about that.
are nieces of Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman, however.
Follow-up question.
Descendants of.
lucky girls, lucky ladies.
Yeah.
How, now that you know you're renewed, do you feel like a weight off your shoulders? Like
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't have anything on the books.
Yeah, like you're waiting for this thing to happen.
Yeah, you're waiting. You can't like take stuff and then be like, okay, I got to cancel all of this now. So
Oh my God.
I kind of left it open in hopes of that. So
That seems so stressful.
yeah, slightly stressful.
Yeah.
'Cause you have to book tour dates like 8 months out.
Oh, really?
So I'd have a pretty clear schedule even if I started booking stuff now.
That would be a nice little vacay, but no.
Yeah.
Instead, you get another fucking TV show. I'm
Yes,
like, that
thank
sounds
God.
great. Having
Yeah.
a nice vac. No, wait a second. I'd rather have a TV show.
Yeah. I'd rather just keep working.
Yeah.
When do you start writing it?
I sometime in January, or like the dates are kind of still moving around.
But
as
soon.
they do. But soon, yeah, we'll start. Like last year, for this season that we put out, we got married on the 12th of December, and then our writers' room started the 6th of January.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Are you and Cameron going a little stir crazy? Like,
Oh,
were you
yeah,
guys? Did you
100%.
guys have like a long period of time of both of you being like, I hope this. We don't know if, and like just sitting there at home.
Yeah, because we actually had to cancel some tour dates for multiple reasons, and apologies to anybody that had those tour dates, the tickets or whatever. And we had to do that because we hadn't stopped in so long, because we've basically been touring for 4 years.
Jesus.
God.
She was without me for a year. I had my day job, for 2 years. And then when I quit my job, then I've been touring with her for 2 years.
Oh my God.
What
That
was
sounds
it like,
exhausting.
Number one, how many frequent flyer miles do you have?
Oh my God.
on how many
I
airlines?
had a lot, and I used we got tickets to Game 1 and Game 2 of the World Series
That's
last minute, so
great.
we used our miles for that. I had I don't know what's a lot, but I had 80,000.
That's
You
a lot.
got you got tickets for that, and so you used the miles. Because
Yes.
I was like, you bought tickets for that with miles? No,
No.
That's
I just the flight. And what's crazy is the face price of the ticket was $350 per ticket.
wow.
It was in Cleveland, so I doubt that it would have been because the Cubs numbers were insane, because it's Wrigley Field and the 108 years,
Jesus.
all that stuff is
Yeah.
it's the first World Series played in Wrigley Field in since the 40s. So it's those tickets were going for 10 times the
Wow.
the face price. These were probably $1,000 tickets in Cleveland.
God.
So, but we thankfully they were a gift to us, and then we got the last, like honestly, the last room at the Comfort Inn in downtown Cleveland, and it was like $2,000.
Oh my god!
Shit.
And but like it's not like we were flush with money or anything because
Yeah.
I'm saying like all these crazy amounts of money, but like
Once
it
in a
was
lifetime.
it was a once in a lifetime
Yeah,
thing because
totally.
when we were getting offered, they were like, "Can you make Monday or Tuesday?" And I was like, what time can our flight get in?" And Cameron was like, it'll get us in at 5 on Monday. I was like, we should just say both. Like,
Yeah.
because they said or both, and I was like, we should say both. It's Cleveland. There's not a lot of traffic, and we like flew in at 5, like dropped off our stuff, went to the thing. It was crazy.
Fuck,
And
that
the
sounds amazing.
first game was really amazing. I'm from Akron, Ohio, so I'm like a big fan of Ohio sports. And have a very like conflicted relationship with the baseball team because they need to change their name and logo. But that night was like a really amazing moment in Cleveland sports history because like that one night, Cleveland was the center of the sports universe because the
Yeah.
World Series was starting and the Cavaliers were getting their championship rings. Like you can see the basketball arena from the baseball field.
Wow.
And for my seats in particular, it's through left field. So you could like see that, and people were standing out on that balcony watching the World Series.
How did they have enough beer in the city?
I knew you were gonna have a
They
question
make
that was
so
just
much beer in Cleveland.
But imagine the amount of hot wings and beer you ate that night.
I know.
oh my god.
So many chicken wings.
Endless baskets of hot wings.
Bottomless buckets.
Bottomless buckets of beer.
And there's a
Endless.
specific beer in Cleveland that is like the most famous thing, the Great Lakes Christmas Ale.
Oh my god, I don't know that one.
I don't know if you can get it anywhere out here. It would be very
Probably
difficult.
like one of those specialty beer shops.
Yeah, you would have to like maybe have some time ahead of it, but it like people lose their minds for it in Cleveland.
What's
I mean,
it called?
I
I'm
don't
gonna
drink
look for it.
anymore, and that is like the one thing that I would be like, I really miss that. I really miss it a lot because it has like honey in it. It has like all these.
Can you
It's
get
a
it like
Christmassy
in
beer.
June or is
No,
it okay? No,
it's like a short run thing. Yeah, it's
situation.
seasonal, and it has this photo on the front of like an old timey like railroad cart kind of a thing, like pulley cart,
Oh,
old
yeah.
timey with just like green and red ornaments in it, and the photo, and then like the slate backdrop that you would have at like Olin Mills.
Oh.
So like the label is nostalgic without even trying to be, and that picture of that beer is like such a fundamental part of Christmas to me.
I feel like if anyone's
weird.
drinking this, they should tweet at us.
Yeah,
and
please
you
tweet.
and just let us know you're drinking it.
I have a question,
Mm-hmm.
like on that level. Like, what are the things I love? Like the Christmas traditions that you have in your family that
Mm-hmm.
then you told other people, thinking that everyone had them and they didn't.
Oh,
like
my
Vince is
God.
like, well, why aren't there olives from a can out on the table?
Yeah.
Like, what do you black olives from a can? Like that's what they had for Christmas.
Hell yeah, yeah. You put those on your fingers.
You had those too?
Yeah,
at
you put them on your
Christmas?
fucking fingers.
Oh, I know you put them on your fingers, but I didn't know you did it at fucking Christmas.
Yeah, because they cost $1 and
Yeah.
they're everyone's favorite thing.
You're
on
like,
the
fill up
table.
on olives, motherfucker.
Yeah.
What?
Then you
What are
just
yours?
Dump that can.
Dump it, drain it.
Welcome to the house.
Did you ever drink the? I would take a sip of the juice.
Yeah, it tasted like liquid metal. It was delicious. What about you? Yeah.
I don't have any. Honestly, like the only Christmas tradition that we really had that I remember is just watching A Christmas Story
Oh,
constantly
I didn't know
on
that
the
was
TBS
real.
loop.
That people really did that. That's
Oh
so
yeah,
cute.
we would do it so many times, and just over and over and over again. And like then my grandmother would be like, "Turn it off," and we'd turn it off, and then we'd turn it on later, and like come
same
back in
spot.
at a different point. Yeah,
Are you guys going home for Christmas?
we're not.
You like that?
I do,
What are you guys gonna like? What's your little tradition?
but
gonna be?
well, we don't really have one yet, and we're working on it because my wife's entire family is coming.
Whoa. Where are they going
So
to
it's sort of an inverse.
Okay,
sort of a
that's
visit.
easier.
Did you just buy like a 12-pack of arrow beds? How are you going to handle
Look,
this?
you just gave me when I said that.
No, we're working it out. It's
I have-
gonna be great.
I have a what you learned question follow-up. Both of you guys
yeah.
have been married. Georgia got married in March. You got married in December. You're both newlyweds, married a year. What have you learned this year about Mirage, about companionship?
Do you like being
Relation.
married? Like, did you?
I do like being married because the thing that a lot of people say about it is that like it makes fighting better. because you're not
yeah.
just like leaving.
Totally.
Because you made a commitment on many different levels that like
Yeah.
this is what you're doing, so you can't. And then also when you're fighting, you don't feel like the other person is going to leave.
It's constructive fighting instead
yeah.
of like anger fighting.
Yes, and you have to like you have to figure it out. Even if
Totally.
that figuring out is we have to figure this out.
Yeah.
and we can't do it right now.
We need to go to therapy. Okay, let's go to
Yeah,
therapy.
yeah, exactly.
Like the amount of times we've said that and then didn't go, but still,
Yeah.
I've noticed. I didn't think it would feel different to be married, but it fucking feels different to be married in a
Yes.
way that makes me think of people who aren't married, who have been couples forever, that say we're basically married, and
Yeah.
now I'm like, no, you're not. You don't. It's like a really different thing.
Absolutely.
You know,
It is.
it's different, and I didn't think it would be.
Yeah, I mean, I think it really is that like standing in front of a bunch of people. Then everybody knows you're married, so you can't just be like,
Yeah.
like there's I don't know.
Everyone knows you're
everybody requires different things of you.
And you have to introduce this person as your wife in
Yeah.
your case, like, and that's being like, that's a claim. Like,
Yeah, it
this
is.
is my wife.
Yeah.
Do the stakes feel higher or lower? You know what I mean? Like almost
Yeah.
lower stakes because like no one can bail, or higher stakes because like, oh shit, this is forever.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's higher stakes because I don't know what it is yet. You know, like, because since they can't bail, well, what is it? What is the thing that I'm scared about?
Yeah.
Because you made the commitment and it's only been a year of like, and I mean, we made a show about our relationship.
You guys doubled
right
fucking
after yeah, we
down.
did.
Yeah.
So in some ways, there's a little bit of like a delayed experience because we were like reliving that time of our life.
That's so cute that you got to do that.
Yeah. I mean, I can't.
love that.
It was essentially like a baby.
Yeah.
Like we got married and then we had, because really like our stand up, when we do stand up together, and I guess just generally like our whatever, I don't want to use the word brand because that's gross, but like whatever our,
know.
you know, you guys have a project together, whatever
Yeah.
you call that, consistent, continual, not just the podcast, but the whole thing that you're doing together.
It's a brand.
It's yeah, but I mean that's the
know, but
only word I can think of,
I
but
know.
it's something more than that. Of like
Personality? No.
thought thing. I don't know.
Partnership.
Yeah, just partnership. But that's the only way we could actually like have a child. That's
Yeah.
the two of us.
that you make it.
Yeah, because people know about it. Like even if we stop doing anything tomorrow, like it has affected people to some extent.
It's out there in the world.
In the way that like a child, you know, like you affect that child and you raise that child and it's part of you and it's a reflection of you, and then it continues you in the world in whatever capacity, like even the smallest amount,
and it's
just
always
the existence
there.
of it.
In your next relationship, you have to be like, well,
This
I
is
have
my,
this thing.
this is my damn kid.
Yeah, I will always have to. Oh, it is, isn't it? Like,
Well, in your second one.
Yeah.
But it is like a, you know, it is a melding of both of your minds and
Yeah.
to create, you know what's weird? Not to segue too quickly, but
No, let's
do it.
you guys both lived in the same apartment.
Oh yeah.
Was it haunted?
funny.
We've talked about this on the podcast.
I mean, it
about
was
the fact
definitely
that-
weird.
You guys lived Georgia and her former fiance
Person?
lived in
boyfriend.
an apartment, and
Yeah.
then they moved out, and the next people that moved in were you and Cameron.
And we didn't know you guys. It wasn't like, oh, we're moving out. And you guys had just moved. It was your apartment that you moved in from Chicago.
right?
Right.
Was
Yes.
it haunted?
Well, we had like actually, I almost said Airbnb, but we moved here. This is how I think people don't really take enough time to realize how fast everything is moving. Because when we moved here in 2012, we used Craigslist to get a sublet. Nobody uses Craigslist
I
anymore.
use Craigslist still.
For
What do you
stuff,
use?
though, right?
Oh,
But I just
No.
Airbnb.
Oh, Airbnb.
Like people
No, no, no.
use that is like the filter for
Yeah.
everybody has like a specified app for everything they do.
Also, you
that's
couldn't
true.
legally get married.
Yeah, we couldn't. It wasn't
the other-
federal law. It wasn't
other thing.
an A-OK thing to do.
and in addition,
But we stayed in a sublet in Echo Park. Do you know where the Park restaurant is?
Yeah.
It was right up the
Douglas.
street from that. Yes, Douglas. Thank you. I always forget what it's called. Like one of those Victorian little houses.
yeah.
And it was in September. And I was like, oh, this is such a cute place. And then like cut to 3 days later, the September Los Angeles heat and no air conditioning and like you couldn't buy a fan. And I was like, why did I move here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kill yourself.
well, your place had, and I still mourn this, and kind of wish I hadn't moved out. There was
Central
fucking
air.
central air.
And it was decent.
I should have
central
not
air.
moved out of
I know,
there.
but see, I think the same thing because we moved out of there.
Yeah, I know.
And we think about that all the time, but like the ceilings were really low.
It's
a
true.
1-bedroom apartment.
There's no views
It
of
was
anything.
no. The only thing you could look at was someone else's apartment.
Yeah.
Both sides of neighbors were driving us up a wall.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because
we
there
just
was
had-
that back weird neighbor.
We just had back weird Scientologist neighbors, and they were quiet as like creepy.
Oh,
quiet.
we had them too.
The
And
same
then they moved
people?
it- Yeah, no, I think we had different people
different Scientologists.
because like these people were very young, and they would make a lot of noise, and they would stand in front of the door and smoke cigarettes.
They're the same people then, because ours did that too. They guess
Yeah.
they just
Were they young?
Two different
Okay, yeah, this
experiences
was
of the
a-
same asshole.
Maybe I forgot. Maybe my relationship was so bad that I was just like blocking out anything else, any
Sure.
other stimuli.
The one side apartment drove us crazy because there was like a guy who I think drove for a living, like a taxi driver or something.
my God.
So like at 2-3 in the morning, he would be outside vacuuming his car.
Nope.
Underneath the apartment
That's a hard
complex, which
no.
was just a big echo chamber.
Holy
which was like
shit.
putting your iPhone in a bowl, basically.
That's another
At
reason.
2 or 3 in the morning.
That's not okay.
And
that's another
those
reason
windows
I'm scared.
weren't real windows.
No,
they were
shitty
windows for like a porch or whatever.
I'm scared of moving. I really want to move out of my apartment, but there's this thing about like the devil you know, and
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I know my neighbors are loud in this way, and I can kind of deal with
You
it.
can avoid it. And
Yeah.
it does create, you have like a whole new set because now we're in a different apartment.
Yeah, how's that?
In our apartment, the place next to us, we moved in the middle of shooting. And then I started working on another show, Adam Ruins Everything, which also had a Christmas special. And I wore the same shirt.
Yeah.
So I was in 2 Christmas specials on the same day wearing the same shirt.
I love that.
But that's what happens to like lesbians. They have to bring their own clothes to stuff because people are like, I don't understand what you're trying to do.
We have wardrobe, and you're like, no, you don't.
Yeah,
you don't have
You're
wardrobe.
like, I'm not wearing it. All of this says princess themes. I'm not wearing this. Peter Pan collar. What's happening?
Yeah, no.
Did you look at me before I came in here? What was I saying? Oh yeah, so we moved, and the first couple of days I had to like go do stuff super early, and our dog was like not used. He was like, where? I don't know where I am.
Yeah.
And the first day I had to leave for 45 minutes. First day. And I came back to a note in the door from the neighbor that said like, hey, this is a friendly note. Just want to let you know that your dog is barking. This is my number. Whatever. And it said your dog has been barking for hours.
Oh.
And I knew exactly how long I'd been gone
No.
because I was already conscious of like, I know he's going to be barking. You only need to leave for 45 minutes. Just like talking myself down like it's
Yeah.
going to be fine. And then I get that note and I was like, I don't know about this.
How the fuck do you train a dog? Because I've lived next to these people before, and I'm always like people like that, and I'm always like, I want to tell them the dog is barking all day, not to be a dick, but because
Yeah.
the dog seems distressed. Like, how do you train a dog?
Well, because here's the thing. Then they leave their dog out
no,
and
no.
it barks for hours.
no.
And they will be
Oh.
home because my wife went over there, knocked on the door, and the woman did not open the full door, just the little doorway for
Yeah.
her face.
Who does that?
And goes like, yeah, I know.
Then fucking
That's how she answered the door.
No,
not
no,
hello, not anything else. And so now it's become like a big problem because then my wife talks to the guy that left the note, and he was like, no, she doesn't. My wife doesn't leave the dog out. So there's like a whole
Oh my
extra
God.
layer of like their marriage that is, she's like lying to him and saying like, yeah, I take the dog for a walk every day.
Oh my god.
No, he doesn't bark. They're crazy.
You guys should go on a double date.
Yeah.
Hash it
And
out.
one day Cameron lost it. Well, we have both lost it and just yelled over there because you can see them in the house.
Yeah.
And the dog is going, oh! like looking at them. And it's right in our living room, basically. And so we both like yelled. And then our landlord called us and said, your neighbors called me that your dog is barking all the time. And
Oh,
we're like, okay, there's
no.
some weird, like this is not gonna, there's no fixing this because they are like, they're like the mayors of the. Have you ever lived next to the mayor of the neighborhood?
Yeah.
It's the worst.
No, like what do you mean?
I mean a person like that who thinks
Like they
who's
run the
been there for a
neighborhood?
long
Yeah. Oh, 'cause
time.
they've been
Everything
there
they
longest.
do, everybody is on board with.
Question: would you rather have shitty neighbors or a ghost?
Ghost.
Yeah,
rather
I
have
feel
a
like
ghost?
Because
Yes.
like honestly, ghosts you can reason with.
They're reasonable.
They are reasonable because number one, they're just energy. So it's really just working with your own energy.
It's you.
It's on you. You're
Right.
the human one.
I mean,
The
ask
one
me
that's still
again
living.
at midnight when I'm alone
Sure.
at home
Yeah.
watching a horror movie.
I mean, it of course depends on the ghost, but I think
Totally.
most ghosts are like, I'm stuck here. I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen one?
I don't know that I've ever seen one, but I've definitely felt them.
What happened?
And I was back home in Akron. My grandmother was unfortunately dying. I know it's
okay.
like a weird thing to talk about, but she like took some medication. They put her on different medication and it basically did not work. And so then it was like this month-long process, which was horrible. But when I went back, it was nobody was expecting it, even though she was 88 years old. It
that's young.
happens. Yeah, I mean, it just happened in that way, which is like, oh, she's just going in for this thing, and then she never came back out.
Oh, Jesus. Fuck.
So, yeah, very, very difficult. And I didn't have anywhere to stay, and the hospital would give housing to people from out of town. All you had to do was have an out of town driver's license. So I had to prove that I didn't live in Akron. That's like how rough Akron is doing, that people were like, I need a place to stay. I mean, it's horrifying. But so then they were like, yeah, it's in the old nurses wing. So it was like the old hospital, the original hospital that they've been building on for 100 years. And it was where the nurses would like, where they'd have their rooms and stuff. Like they would live there.
Shit.
When they were learning how to, and I just was like, oh, this is haunted. Like, I'm typically not the kind of like, oh, this is haunted kind of a person, like thinking about ghosts or anything like that at all. It's not, I'm not like super into it, nothing. But I was just like, oh, yeah, for sure.
I would
like,
think the same
no
thing.
doubt.
Yeah,
for sure.
What did
I
it feel
slept
like?
with the light on.
Oh my God.
So I was just like, this is just, the whole thing felt really, because it felt like Saw or something.
Yeah.
Since it was a hospital, it just had like the old...
That sounds like how a movie like that starts.
Yeah,
It's like,
exactly.
she
It
has to
was
sleep
like,
in the-
this is too on the nose. Like,
Yeah.
we need some notes on this
But
right
it
now.
turns out the ghost is really your grief about your grandma,
Yeah, yeah,
and then
yeah, exactly.
you come to terms with it because you see the ghost of your fucking young grandma, and
Yep.
then she gets better and
Yeah.
everything's fine.
You wake up with
And she
needle
had
marks.
just been like seeing people
Yeah,
because she was dying. And so I had just been having that experience. And
yeah.
maybe I knew or thought it was haunted because I was connected to that energy stuff, because I think that's for real. I mean, there's a limited amount of resources on this planet, like molecules. So there's only so many things that people, and there's only so much space for...
I think also your brain probably taps into regions you don't normally deal with when people are dying. When someone is, going through something that you're close to, and you're coming to terms with it, and you don't realize a lot of times in your life how real death is, and then you get there, and this probably just opens up this part of your brain that's like trying to figure out what exactly death is, because it's such a fucking terrifying thing to think about, and we have no idea.
Right. Isn't it weird though that we just go to bed every night and we're like, I'm going to not exist for 7 hours, and then I'm going to pop back awake.
Yeah.
But the idea of not existing for maybe ever it haunts us every moment of every day. But every night we're just like, bye, lights out. I don't know where I go. See ya.
I feel like it's like getting on a plane. Like, I know what this situation is, but I'm going to make it through this flight.
Yeah, I don't really understand it.
Yeah,
Like, how does this thing get in the air?
If I think too hard about the fact that I am in this plane and it is not on the ground anymore, this is not the ground. I'm going to lose my shit. Kind of
done
the
that a
same
couple
feeling
times.
like in a huge apartment complex, like in New York or Chicago.
Yeah.
If I think about that too much, I like lose my mind.
Like a big building with a
big-
ton of people
yeah.
in it, and living their entire lives there below you and above you, and
Surrounding you.
you're getting creeped out now.
You see?
Surrounding you.
Yeah.
The plane thing is weird. And when I'm on the plane and I start thinking like that, I'm like, nothing is real. So it's fine. Like, I don't
we're
even
not really
think,
here.
like,
We're plugged in
it's
somewhere.
not science.
That's Georgia's default coping mechanism is nothing is real. This is a simulation.
Yeah.
Everything is made up.
Totally.
I tend to go back to the molecules where I just think like I'm these molecules in this particular pattern right now, but maybe I'll be a goddamn frog in a minute.
Yeah.
Like the notion that some of my molecules were once a frog really excites me.
It's pretty fascinating.
Particularly a frog. I don't even like frogs.
Yeah.
Why a frog?
I don't know. They seem so.
Definitely like a famous frog, though, right? Everybody's reincarnated as somebody famous.
Oh, its best friend is a kitten, right?
Yeah.
I say just a run of
Cleopatra
the
the
mill
frog.
Just a bog
that a
frog
thing?
is fine with me. I think frogs just seem so blasé.
They do.
Yeah.
Unconcerned.
They're not huge predators. They just eat bugs.
Some of them are.
I had a
Bullfrogs?
frog as a pet.
Did you?
Yeah, an albino amphibious frog.
Jeez.
I don't know how I got it from a pet store. I feel like it was a mistake.
Illegal for sure.
Like they accidentally got it and they were like, what the hell are we going to do with this?
Was it a gift?
No, I was like, I want that. And I named it after Mark Price, who was a point guard for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
I named him MP. It's a stupid name for it, but I think probably like 9.
That's so baller.
1991 or 2 or something. Yeah, somewhere around there.
So you've
9 or
been
10.
cool since birth.
Oh, I've been cool for a long time.
What was the best birthday present? Let's play It Was My Birthday.
yeah.
I think probably the one that I was like the most excited about was I got a Fisher Price all-in-one tournament. God, what was that thing called? It was like an all-in-one playset, but it had like ping pong, pool, and glide hockey.
Oh, like one of the tables?
It was a table.
Oh, and you turned it around and there
tournament
was a fucking
tabletop thing.
Fuck, I
or
wanted one
whatever.
of those so bad.
Yeah, and then I put the foam on in the wrong place, so it was really hard to change the top. Because you're supposed to put it on the top ridge, and we put it on the bottom ridge, so it was just like, I mean, you had to get like a crowbar to get the pool, the billiards top.
I love that. Like, I
out.
love screwing up a thing you're so excited
Yes,
about.
and like screwing up a kid's thing, and then you can't fix it
For the rest of your life. Like,
forever.
for the
It's just like that.
Fuck, that's so cool. I wanted one of those so bad, but we like didn't have room in the house.
Yeah.
Like, my dream is really if you had a ping pong table, like my
Oh my
cousins
God,
would
I
have
love
one in their
ping pong so
garage.
much.
Yeah.
I'd get so good at ping pong.
Yeah, you can really get really good at and also pool. I love pool.
Pool, I love. I've played more pool because I go into bars a lot. But, but I'm terrible at it.
You gotta go visit Chicago. They have ping pong at so many bars.
That's like bars with games make me fucking lose my goddamn mind.
Oh, yeah.
Skee ball is top of the list.
Oh my God.
It's
pretty
if there's
good.
a skee ball, like, because that's a commitment. That's an architectural commitment to have a
Absolutely.
skee
My
ball
friend
situation.
owns like a really awesome vintage reclaimed place in Akron called Birchwood Supply and Company. Hello, Jason. And he has some skee ball machines
Dude.
there, and I wish I could like afford to fly them out here.
I feel like there's a new one downtown in the arts
Like a
district.
skee ball place?
It's like an arts district, like sports bar, but they have a fucking multiple, like
Old-timey
10,
stuff.
12 skee ball area.
What?
Wow.
It's fucking sweet. And it makes me think like, well, these are whoever owns this is my people.
Right.
You know?
Can I tell you one of my New Year's resolutions is to not have blackheads?
Oh, mine is not to have giant zits. Hey, we're both fucked. But those are good resolutions, and you know what can help with both of us is BioClarity.
You know what? This is a great way to take on the new year. It's an acne treatment. It's specifically designed for young adults. We will always be young at heart.
Yep.
And our skin still breaks out, so we use it.
It's proven to clear up acne blemishes. Sorry, young adults, you're going to keep having them as old adults like
Sorry.
we are. And it helps maintain clear, confident skin without all the harsh side effects of other treatments.
Yeah, 90% of clinical study patients said they had clear skin and they would recommend it to their friends. 90%. 90% is a really good rate.
That's good. And it's 3 easy steps. You have a cleanse, you have a treatment, and then you have a restore. And with those 3 steps, your skin is clear as fuck.
Yeah, give it a try. Put this on your face. So put your best face forward so you can go out and kick all the ass you need to kick in 2017 because it's a battlefield out there in the world. Go to bioclarity.com and our listeners get their first month for only $9.95 plus free shipping.
That's cheap.
Yeah, that's $20 off.
And it comes with a 100% risk-free money-back guarantee. Enter the code PARTY. So go to bioclarity.com and enter the code PARTY to get your first month for $9.95 plus free shipping.
Yeah, give it a shot.
Then
you
send us
guys.
photos of your face.
Yeah, we all deserve better skin.
We do.
It's our faces.
It's our right.
It's a big organ. Go treat your biggest organ to some BioClarity.
Hey, it's a big organ you got there.
Hey, it's so clear.
Gross.
I have a question for you. Do you use hand sanitizer when you go do that, or do you not give a fuck?
I lick my hands multiple times. I've stopped I've stopped being as insane about washing my hands.
I don't know this about you. Do you have like a germ thing?
No, I mean, you're just generally more aware of.
I mean, that's definitely a place
invisible
where I feel like
threats.
concern about touching video games.
Yeah.
Totally founded.
Yeah, it's more of a don't touch your face and mouth
Yeah,
thing.
hit the bathroom on the way out.
Yeah, but
And
even
wash
the
your-
bathroom's gross.
Yeah, of course.
I did that last night, you guys.
What'd you do?
Horror story, and I was in the middle of it, and I had nothing. There was nothing I could do.
Oh my God, tell me.
So I went to the mall for 8 hours yesterday.
It's insane. That makes me sad. Like, makes me feel like I know I'd have a panic
I want to
attack.
know which mall it is, but I don't want to make you say it on the podcast. You
It was
can
the
tell me.
Americana. I'll come
Okay.
clean. It was
Did
the
you go
Glendale
to the-
Galleria. I went to
the
both
double
of
That's what I
these.
thought.
When you have to hit them both, I feel like it's just too much work.
You know, it's a lot,
I went-
especially this
I went
time
back
of year.
and forth, back and forth.
Oh, fuck
back.
that.
I ran into the Americana yesterday. I wish I would have known. I would have like found you and been like, "It's gonna be okay."
Get out of here.
I was there. I feel like I was there longer than anyone. But
I
I
had to stop and get like food.
You were there for
Yeah.
a shift. That's a shift.
yeah. I took a break. I had to take a break, and I had to ask someone at the sushi place, terrible sushi, to charge my phone, and then I tipped them.
9021 pho.
No,
There is that. That
It's
is
a real place.
Is that good? I bet it's good.
I've never been.
Bad
I
name,
can't get
good
over the
food.
name.
yeah, I
There's
know.
a Shake Shack
9021
there now.
Pho.
There-
Pho. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
like,
there is a Shake Shack.
everyone calm down with pho names.
I know.
Okay, so you're there.
So I'm at
Sorry.
the mall, you
No.
guys.
Apologize.
This is a riveting story. I was at the mall for a million years, touching things. Just, there's just stuff to touch all over the mall.
So much stuff to touch.
As I wipe my nose.
And I realized I had to take a handful of vitamins. I was in line at Target, and I was like, "Oh, I have to take these vitamins." And I start putting the vitamins in my mouth, and I was
you're
like,
one
I
by
have
one.
touched
Yeah.
Poison.
so much
Yeah.
disgusting shit at this mall trip. And then I was like, I have all of these disgusting vitamins in my disgusting hand,
Yeah.
and
Trash.
all I can do is take them. And I was like, these vitamins are going to give me the plague.
I bet your palm isn't as dirty as your fingers, though, right? So
You
if
gotta use your
Yeah.
fingers to put them in your mouth.
What if you use you put it in your palm and
Like
you
a-
use your
like a-
tongue
what if
like
You
a
balance it on the back of your hand and then throw it in the air.
That's a great idea. Yes,
I'm
yes.
not gonna. I'm
There
not
you
gonna
go.
graze
the
on
air
vitamins.
will clean it off.
I don't think you
no.
need to put your fingers on them.
That's like when you. It's that. That sounds like when you feed a goat kibble at a zoo, and it just like I can't horse
Yeah, or
muzzle
put it like in the back of your
Yeah.
palm.
And then
Disgusting.
do it like it's a tequila shooter.
Eh.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Tequila sugar. Ah.
my point is, I'm dying. Anyway,
It's funny that you're taking the vitamins you're taking are making you sick because they have germs on them.
That is funny.
I stop at using hand sanitizer.
Yes.
Like I won't do that.
I use it after I've washed my hands because that is
Oh.
its intended purpose.
Really?
You're supposed to wash your hands with non-bacterial soap.
Yeah.
okay.
And then you dry them, and then you put the hand sanitizer on. That's
a
the order
coating.
it was invented to repel germs as opposed to kill germs. And using it the way we use it is why we have all these like monster viruses because we're killing them. So then the next it
Right.
goes into the
Oh my
evolutionary
God.
cycle of the germs as opposed to them just being repelled by something.
I didn't know. That's fucking fascinating.
Yeah.
That makes so much more
Weirdly,
sense.
I've known that since I was like 15.
You're like, can
I
everyone
had a boss
please?
who told me that. He was like kind of a dumb guy, but he was like, "Oh, I don't use that shit. It's really scary."
Allie, what's the thing you learned that you were like, oh, that's how you use that thing?
Well, first off, you had a job at 15.
Yeah. It was a retail job at a skateboard shop, so
Ooh.
don't think I'm like too hard of a worker.
That's cool.
No, that's pretty cool.
Mine was a bakery. My first job was at 15 at a bakery that I
Yeah.
got fired from. What was yours, Allie?
I was a waitress at 15.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was hustling for tips.
I
at-
see you just smoking hard and like, what do you want?
Yeah, I was essentially Flo from Mel's Diner.
Yeah.
I would ash in people's omelets. Wouldn't give any fucks.
Kiss my grits.
Yeah.
You know what blew my mind, Allie, is you taught me this thing, and every time I do it now, I'm like, fuck yes! Like I'm so stoked that I learned it because it makes so much more sense. Is the paper, the toilet seat cover
Yes.
goes the opposite way.
Yeah, I know.
So you know when you take the toilet seat out and you
Yes,
put the flap
and it's
going
little-
down in the back, the flap goes in the motherfucking front.
front?
And then my life changed. And every time I do it, I'm like smarter than everyone else.
Yep.
I'm smarter than you. And
Instead of it pulling it away from
yeah,
you.
it doesn't fall in, and then when it flushes, it fucking goes down.
It goes right.
I mean,
How do you guys feel about those toilet covers that
No.
like it has a whole mechanism
Chicago.
of the plastic thing coming
no,
around?
don't. They're
That seems
they're trying to trick you.
Yeah.
This is the Chicago airport. The Chicago, and you probably
O'Hare.
fly. Yeah, O'Hare has these toilet condoms on, and they're these plastic.
Shower
I don't
caps.
like it because it's like
weird.
I don't like any of this machinery that you can't figure out how to use it immediately. So I never know. Am I supposed to
Yeah.
reset the thing, or did it already reset for me?
I know.
Did the last person set the thing, or do I
Yes.
need to?
You need to.
Do I need to prepare? I don't know.
I don't.
Tell me, toilet.
There should
Tell
be-
me.
Yeah, I'm. That angst is so real.
Also, the stupid flushing the toilets that there's like different levels of water that they flush
Yeah.
with.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it's forward and sometimes
Oh,
it's
yeah.
2 dots or 1 dot. We all know what we're in here to do.
I feel the
Can
same way
one
about
say
salt and
pee
pepper
and one say
shakers.
poop?
Why do they have two? I don't know which one's one thing and
I
which one's
know.
two.
I'm pretty sure it goes by the age
Salt
old
is
number
more?
1, number 2.
I mean, I'm sure, but there's also a world in which like pee is droplets. So if it's multiple,
Yes.
Yeah, that's fair. And like, there's one solid thing, and that's
yeah, and then sometimes
Yeah.
there's a dot and then a half-filled dot. Now you're throwing too many different kinds of.
Yeah.
We need a common language here around
like,
toilets.
like someone
Listen.
decided this, and they're like, "But I'm not going to tell you."
I'm going to tweet the UN and be like, we have an issue.
we need a
Quickly.
key. Can we find this answer out soon before everything's obliterated?
Yes.
Please.
Before the apocalypse.
Before the
First
apocalypse.
order of business.
Yeah.
We find out what's going on with these toilets. We're gonna need to use them. So you were at the mall. Was it? It was for the germ story, the vitamin thing.
That was it.
That was it. Okay.
I was
For some reason, I thought there was like a second.
No,
I'm sorry.
dude.
Just germs, man.
That was it.
It is pretty gross. I mean,
Yeah.
to think about that many hands and what those hands have been doing before they were touching other
Well, I
things.
had food
However, it's like
poisoning.
the flight. Like, you know what? It's going to be fine.
Yeah.
I'm on the ground.
Nothing you can do about it
Yeah.
right now.
You had food poisoning?
I think I had food poisoning, and I'm sure it's because someone didn't wash their fucking hands.
You think so?
What?
Yeah.
I always think so. Some fucking dude who made a pizza didn't fucking wash his hands beforehand, which is so crazy that we have to trust these people to wash their fucking hands
I
beforehand.
know. Wait, where? Can you tell me where the?
Do I? Yeah. Should I tell you? Am I ruining
You can
this?
tell me
They
later.
don't care.
Because I got food poisoning from pizza. Also, I think.
Let's say it at the same time. 1, 2, 3. Big
Tomato
Mama
pie.
Papa. Oh, that's a good place too.
It is good. So I think it might have been our craft services that day.
Oh, right. Because you never. I guess it could take up to 24 hours to
Yeah.
kick in.
I don't know if it was food poisoning or like a actual virus thing.
Yeah, me neither.
Either way, the
Fun.
worst.
Fun.
Whole lot of dehydration.
Yeah. I'm so
Happening.
good. Oh, I have a coconut.
Oh, I have a
Just remembered that.
Apparently, the people who make milk are super pissed that other plant-based milks
Well-
call themselves milk. They are
Oh, for crying out! Wait, let's just ask the cows what they think. Oh, they don't give a shit. They
Yeah.
want us to stop milking them.
Yeah.
Great. Assholes.
What are they supposed to make up a new word?
Yeah, because they're like, milk comes from a mammary gland,
Yeah.
and almond milk, almonds don't have
You know
tits.
what? We're the only weirdo animal that drinks another animal's milk.
Yeah.
I know.
Who
Yeah.
cares?
You know what's less gross than drinking cow's milk? Drinking almond milk.
Way less gross.
So if
Yeah.
you gotta decide what they call it when you're not fucking disgusting.
Terrible for the environment.
exactly.
Terrible
the
for
only,
the
I mean,
environment,
the
though.
only reason we drink it is so that we buy it. That's like literally. Trust me, guys. I used to be vegan. I know all these talking points.
When, are you vegetarians now?
Yeah.
Or when
Just vegetarian.
what made you jump from vegan to vegetarian?
Well, I'm raised vegetarian,
Right.
whole time,
Wow.
and I've never eaten meat. I've had like accidental meat, but I've met other raised vegetarians. Actually, an ex-girlfriend of mine was also raised vegetarian, and I say that because almost everyone I've met that is raised vegetarian has like a year or 6 months where they like ate meat,
Right.
and it's usually around like middle school where like right when you get to start making decisions for yourself and like.
Fuck it, I'm gonna
being
try
like, I'm
this.
gonna try chicken, and like you're into it. And
All my friends are eating burgers.
I used to think I wanted to do that, and then when I got to that age, I was just like so already committed to it because it is like a moral thing for me. It's almost kind of religious in a way. I'm not a religious person, but it is like that. I
I
think
see
it's,
that.
So I went from vegetarian to vegan because like a lot of food stuff was going on, and I was like, it's not that much to cut out at this point. Like I'm so close. I like had already cut out eggs because they just kind of gross me out and don't really eat a ton of butter. So it was basically just cheese. And then was vegan for like 3 years and just got tired of it because I mean, maybe it would be different now. It's definitely different in Los Angeles. I was in like Oregon and Chicago, so it's not like I was living in hard to eat places, but I got tired of it. Felt like for me when I went anywhere to eat, people's houses or a restaurant, I had to talk about it.
Yeah.
Baseline to the server.
Totally.
And I just was like tired of talking about my eating habits because I'd been doing it since as long as I can remember. In
is
the
a
world of
thing.
problems, not a big deal, but after a while, it's just like I just want to eat. I just want to go someplace and not have to tell somebody
Yeah.
my dietary restrictions.
You want to order the eggplant parmesan and not have any fucking substitutions.
Yes. Yeah.
It's all
And I
about
want to
eggplant
not walk in
parmesan.
someplace and be like, "Do you have anything that's vegan? I'm
Yeah.
vegan." Like I did,
I
How
get
do you
that.
feel about vegan? The term vegan versus like plant-based or botanical. I saw botanical on a menu recently, and that's like the new word for vegan because vegan sounds like an
Really?
eye roll. Vegan. The word vegan is like an implied eye roll.
Yeah, that's weird. I didn't know that was a thing.
I guess.
either.
It's
I mean, I know that the
rebrand.
implied eye roll.
Rebrand.
I know that for sure. I don't know. I mean, it's just like a thing. I don't know. It does. It's with any. I don't know. The internet just makes everything suck so much faster. You know what I mean?
true.
Like
Yes.
something is. You're like, oh, this is cool, and then you're like, okay, I don't want to. All right, I got it.
Overload.
I'm done with that. I'm into something else now.
It's so depressing. I'm so depressed by the internet.
It is frustrating.
Let's talk about it. Let's unpack it. What's depressing you about
Fucking
the
Facebook,
internet?
man. I need to stop
I got
seeing-
off of it.
I think I need to.
You posted a picture this morning of Anne Frank and her friend, both of whom died in a concentration camp. And I was like, I hovered over the like button, and I'm like, I'm not going to like. I appreciate this picture.
That's all it is. Facebook has
There
become
needs to be a Schadenfreude or
Yeah.
Schadenfreude, however you pronounce it.
I mean, I could've
went to
done-
art school. I should be able to say this.
it's just basically the Facebook is just now photos of Anne Frank to me. It's just like now like
Yeah, it's
no,
the
look
whole
at
damn
this
thing.
bummer, look at this like look how sad that and it's
The
just like
algorithm sucks.
yeah. And I want to know, I want to be informed, but I just don't want it to be like
Twitter.
a fucking
I'm telling you, Twitter. Twitter.
Twitter?
Is like, I don't know that it's made my life any better, but it has made my life better to not use Facebook
Okay.
like that
Okay.
socially.
I
Because
mean, you're great on Twitter.
thanks.
You've been ever since this whole election stuff. I so appreciate your like how outspoken and articulate and candid you are
thank
about
you.
political things. Like
Yeah.
I feel like you're always the first one to be like, this fucking sucks. This is why. And I'm like, thank you, Rhea.
I am the first one to talk about how much something sucks. I will fully admit that.
Isn't it great though that like, to have that like no one expects you not to? It's like the people who start talking shit, like those are the people who that don't always do it. They get so much flack from everyone. But if it's like this person is always going to call people out, you're just allowed to.
Yeah.
But I appreciate that. I
Well,
think
thanks. I don't always know that it's the right thing to be doing.
It is.
All the thank you. I'm trying to chill out a little bit because I did get like very sucked in. I mean, I did a podcast the other day that hasn't even come out yet, but I'm prefacing it because she asked me what my self-care was, and I was like, following new people on Twitter. And I'm like, I think you maybe need to take a break because like that's not self-care.
what podcast was it?
Allison Rosen is my new best friend.
yeah.
I think it's coming out in January. So I'm just realizing I did say other things that aren't the internet, but I
That's
was
not
just realizing
self-care.
like, yeah, you need to hang on a sec. That's not self-care.
Yeah, there's moments when we're Vince and I are going to bed and we're both like, love you, good night. And
Oh,
we're both
yeah.
scrolling for like 10 minutes and I'm like, this isn't like
I'm
if
really
someone
trying to get out of
came
that
in,
habit.
Yeah, and saw us like this and be like modern love, fucking assholes.
Charge your phone not in the room.
I can't
Yeah.
do that.
I know it's difficult, but I am also a sleepwalker, and so it's been a thing in our relationship that I spend more time on my phone and all this stuff. We're working it out. Everybody has these problems. I'm bringing it up not because like we have problems, but
Yeah.
because other people are probably like
We have those.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
that person. So I try to not have it be the absolute last thing I do right before, especially
Yeah.
now because like I've spent nights just staring at the ceiling, swirling through like diatribes that I want to write about this or that or the other thing, and I'm like, why? Because my mind has always been at work at night.
Me
like
too.
most jokes and stuff like that, I write at night. But now I'm not writing jokes. I'm writing like anger pieces or whatever.
I have insomnia and that's what it is. It's just thinking.
Yeah.
And lately I can't sleep without listening to something now. And it's
Yeah.
really amazing how all like these boring books and podcasts that are kind of like meant to be boring. It's so.
Do you ever
there's-
listen to that sleep
with me?
podcast?
I'm obsessed. Like
Oh,
that's
yeah.
my fucking. I'm obsessed with it.
That's amazing that
It's-
that guy like figured out that's what he should do.
It's like I talk about it all the time, and so like I wake up in the middle of the night multiple times, and I listen to it. Meandering stories and pointless. Oh my god, I love
Let's
him.
get into it.
I haven't.
Scoots.
I have not. I've only listened to a couple minutes to hear what his voice sounds
Yeah.
like. But like last night, I went to bed at 11:56, and my friend.
I love that you know exactly because that's the same. Do you also have insomnia?
I
feel like that's
no.
an
She's the
insomnia thing.
opposite. I got a text at 11:57 that I didn't. I know because I sent my
Whoa.
friend a text and I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll talk to you later." And then sent me a text back, and I was asleep before
Wow.
the reply came in. Like I'm completely binary.
You're
with sleep.
exhausted so much that
Oh
you
my
sleep
God.
too quickly.
Guys, I logged 6 miles at the mall.
I
That's
understand.
a 10K.
You ascended 9 floors. I saw that.
Wow. Oh, you posted that.
I posted because at the end of the day I was like, did I walk a lot? And it was like 14,000 steps.
Holy shit.
I normally log like 2,000 steps a day. I was like,
How
Jesus.
many are you supposed to have? Because I just started doing that.
It's 10, but that's like also an arbitrary number. It's Japanese, yes?
I don't know.
The 10,000 steps.
That's 5 miles.
Okay.
I started. I was
It's atypical. I think if you go anywhere from 5 to 10, I think
Okay.
you're
10
doing-
is great though. I had a thing in the like
early aughts where I was I had gained a little bit of weight and was depressed, and then I got a pedometer. Like this is before
Yeah, we didn't have
cell phones.
Totally.
This is this is
Little
like during
clip-on?
this
Little
is like
clippy.
a clippy thing.
Yeah.
It's like during flip phone
God.
stage.
Oh, yeah.
And I was a waitress, and I would try and like log how many steps, and I remember having customers make fun of me once about it, and I
you.
wanted
Of course
to.
they do.
I should have told them it was like a diabetes monitor.
Yeah, you
I
should have. It's my
feel bad.
insulin, you asshole.
Yeah, but instead I was like, "Little pedometer." But I started doing 10,000 steps a day, and I was like, my whole life changed. Like, and I would notice I'm like, oh, I'm at 8,000. I'd go take a walk, or and I would write down on like a actual piece of paper in pre-digital,
Well,
pre-Twitter.
I don't write shit on my computer anymore. It's fucking pieces of paper. Ever.
Pieces of paper.
Scraps of paper everywhere.
Yeah.
It'll change your goddamn life because you'll be like, oh, I'm at 5,000 steps. If you could go take 2.5 mile walk,
There are
and
days
then
I don't walk. I probably walk 200 steps.
yeah, no, I know.
Oh yeah. The time I had food poisoning recently, I checked my steps 24.
Oh god, that sucks. It's like 6 to the
In that
bathroom.
old
6.
apartment. So there was the bathroom in the living room.
Yeah.
And even that, I was like, I can't make it. I need a bucket. I need a bucket.
2 bathrooms.
Two
and a hardwood
bathrooms.
floor.
I know, you
Oh,
guys.
I'm
It was
gonna
a good
start
apartment.
crying.
When you and Cameron moved out, I was like, can I?
Do you remember when you guys moved out? You were moving out and unpacking, and you just texted me. And we don't text often, but we'll text each other funny shit. And so you just texted me a photo of a fucking like clearly old bottle of Skinny Girl fucking margarita mix,
Yeah,
and
we
it was.
found it in the back of the sink.
And I was just, and you're like, "Is this yours?" And because Alie and I had done a fucking promo thing for
You're like,
Skinny Girl,
yeah.
it's like, I guess I left it back there.
I love that it was next to like the Pine Sol
yeah,
and Raid.
I don't
Yeah,
remember
it was
even.
way back there.
And you guys you drank it, right?
Oh yeah, I cracked that bad boy open.
So
It
gross.
had like just like
Ugh. It was-
solidified
I mean,
into like a mixer at that point.
Not like it was probably good to begin with,
Yeah,
let's be
right.
honest. But I love that.
The company I used to work for used to do like marketing for that stuff. Diageo Spirits, I believe.
Oh yeah,
Diageo, yeah.
yeah. We did a like morning news segment
I-
where like,
I knew you guys would know what the distributor was,
of course,
or supplier.
That's
I
how
mean.
you make money
Yeah.
in our fucking business.
Yeah.
or our old
Your
business
You sell low calorie alcoholic beverages to college kids.
that you don't believe in and that you would never drink.
Oh yeah. Like this is delicious.
Oh my god, what is life?
If you could have a lifetime supply of something, let's say you could endorse something and get a lifetime supply.
Oh my God, that's-
What would you like? You
right
know,
now, it doesn't have to be like, what's the thing right now that you're like obsessed
Yeah.
with that you're like, I want a fucking lifetime supply of this.
Oh, the thing.
Mine would be those Neutrogena face wipes because I use
Oh,
those
it's a
like
good idea.
crazy. Even
That's
though they
good.
might give me, I don't know if they give you cancer or not.
Everything gives you cancer.
There's one they make that comes in a
That's
green
a good point.
package.
oh, it's like natural.
Literally breathing in this apartment right now is giving us cancer. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
But they have a natural one, and I was like, oh, I'll get the one that doesn't have all these, and it doesn't fucking work. So
Yeah.
it's like a moist Kleenex. I was like, get me the anyway. So I just thought I'd interject while you thought. I thought I'd
yeah.
kill some time so you could think of something.
I mean, something that I love having a lot of and love having on hand is a G10 pen.
What?
The point
Yeah.
5 point or smaller fine point pen.
Your good
Or
Muji is my pen.
G2 or whatever. I don't know what they are. It's a very specific pen. People probably know what I'm talking about. But I buy them in boxes so that I
Yeah.
have pens. And my wife is a pen grabber.
Everyone's a fucking pen grabber.
Everybody's a pen grabber. She's a comb grabber too. She
You
takes
guys- you
the comb out
you
of
guys
my
have to share
bath.
them.
Yeah, we have to share everything. And I'm an only child. I don't like to share. I don't like to share toothbrushes.
Who does like to? But you're
We
not
do.
supposed to.
And this is fair game. It's in our television show, so
oh yeah, that's
we've
true.
talked about it.
The pen thing I understand as someone who's obsessed with a good pen
Mm-hmm.
and like constantly having to buy new ones because people take them and
Yes.
like you're like I see this is my brand of pen and I see it in your fucking house.
That's mine. You
That's
took
mine.
it.
But I'm not going to be.
I'm
dick.
just gonna keep a mental note.
Yep. Did not let you borrow a pen.
You have to give me my pen back.
If you were a graphic designer,
Yes.
for like when you go into art stores, do you have to pee or do you get sweaty palms? That happens to me, but
I don't usually have to pee, but I do get overwhelmed by art stores and art supplies because I don't like to use them.
oh,
Like a thing of colored pencils, if they're pre-sharpened, watch out. I
Really?
can't use those
Why?
because they're perfect.
Oh, you don't want to ruin them.
I have like a thing with that because like
Yeah.
And I think I got it from my dad because my dad, like years ago, was talking about how when he was a kid, he always wanted 2 action figures, one to play with, one to keep.
Oh my God, I love
We're
that.
like, I'm like a huge American Pickers fan. Like I love like collecting stuff, so I think it's all that like weird. It's not OCD; it's a different one. Or at least that's what my therapist says.
Really?
Of like keeping everything in order and like having.
I wonder,
supplies and-
is that? I don't know. I like that, or they all have to be ruined.
Yeah.
Or like, because if there's one that's still sharpened, you have to
different.
ruin that one.
Yeah, you can't
too.
just have your white colored, because who uses a white colored pencil ever?
No.
I don't know. No, I don't know.
Watercolors, pretty much. I feel like that's the
People
only
who
thing.
know how to draw. I
Yeah.
don't.
If you're drawing on craft paper, sure, maybe, but not on
Right.
white paper.
Even then, it's a stretch.
Even then,
Calm down.
get off your high horse.
If you guys use the white colored pencils, email us at allieandgeorgia.com. What the fuck are you doing
Tell
with
me
them?
about it.
Show us your photos, your
Georgia,
pictures.
what would you get at a Lifetime Supply of?
Oh, I always say tissues, so that's boring.
Can I tell you something?
What?
One of your Christmas gifts is a pack of portable tissues.
Oh my God. I love that. Thank you. Honestly,
Well, it's also a Hanukkah gift.
you
so
can
I'm
never have enough of those.
I know. I was also
can never.
I was a little bit drunk at Target and I was like, she needs these.
I love that. Thank you.
I had a-
she needs it.
I do.
I had a single glass of Chardonnay in one of my mall breaks last night, a single glass, and I was texting
Where
Georgia
did you have a single glass of wine at the mall?
at Katsuya. Terrible sushi.
Great one.
Oh yeah, the sushi place at the Americana.
Yeah.
Not it. Okay, got it. Yeah.
My phone was at 1%. I asked a server, I was like, can you
understand.
charge us? I will eat here if so. Anyway, I was texting Georgia incessantly, mildly hammered off of one
no,
glass
that's
of
the
Chardonnay.
best. That's the only way to shop.
Also,
Especially you
note-
because you get stressed out. I hate it.
The tables in the back of the Apple store there have chargers.
Oh.
Just
they
open
don't have
because they do
wine,
work
though.
back there. Yes, they don't have wine, so that's the trade-off. But just to let you know,
Do they
And
have-
They can't kick you out.
California rolls made by actors from like the Midwest, because that's what I ate.
California roll? Oh, that makes me sad.
I asked for snow crab though.
Oh, that's good.
It was frozen.
Oh God,
It's fine.
I want to
Snow
like. I
crabs
know
are
what
the
I
ones
want.
that wear little hats, right?
Yes.
Because it's mittens and stuff.
I want a lifetime supply of cute underwear from
That's a good.
Yeah.
That's a good call.
what's the store in the mall that's like the Japanese
Uniqlo.
Uniqlo. They're fucking
have good
cute They're like cotton underwear that has like cute patterns. So comfortable. They don't go up your butt, and they
Nice.
like fit well, like low. And I want a lifetime supply of those.
That's a good call.
Yeah.
I would love a lifetime supply of Me Undies from MeUndies.com.
No, we don't talk about that on this podcast.
We'll talk about it when they pay us to talk about it.
yeah. They're not fucking. Can you bleep that, Stephen? For fuck's sake, till they pay us. We're not releasing this until they pay us.
We're holding all of our preferences hostage. Every single brand name is going to be bleeped. Every single one.
Bleep it.
Should we do fuck that?
Yeah, let's do fuck that.
Okay, we always end the show with fuck that. It's one thing we love so much, so we want to fuck, and one thing we hate. We don't. Well, not literally, but
Yeah, we would lay it down
yeah.
and slow bone it
yeah,
from
we're
a
just like, oh my God, I
metaphorical
love that thing.
standpoint.
And then one
Understand.
thing we hate so much, we're like fuck that. So let's start with the thing we hate, so we can end on a high note.
Right.
Alie, what do you hate?
I hate the feeling you get in your mouth when you eat a persimmon that's not ripe yet, or a banana that's not ripe yet, or sometimes spinach, and it leaves this like dry mouth feel, and you're like you don't know how to get rid of it. Have you ever eaten a persimmon that's not
Yeah.
ripe?
No, I don't know that I've ever eaten a persimmon,
That was a bad example.
but I've eaten non-ripe things, and yeah, I would always love those 90 seconds back.
Banana that's just got
yeah.
a dry mouth feel.
Yeah, it's nothing like a banana with a bad mouthfeel. Also, something I learned this week: peel them from the bottom, they work better.
That's what people keep saying, and I
Yeah,
keep
it
forgetting to
works.
do it.
They don't get the stringy things. That's how monkeys do
Oh.
it. So we should probably do what they do.
Or that weird little plug up the butt.
Yeah, you don't get the
thing.
plug of the butt.
But
It comes
you know,
right off.
I feel like that's like the metric system. Like it's something I know we should do,
Sure.
but I can't wrap my
But
American
Jimmy
brain
Carter,
around.
I get it.
Jimmy Carter. Georgia, what do you hate?
I hate when you have bad dreams that seem real and you can't get them out of your fucking head.
Ooh, what happened?
I had 2 last night,
Okay.
and I don't usually have bad dreams, so I don't know what it was. One that Vince had a crush on this girl, and said about her. I said, "Oh, she has a cute voice," because I heard her voicemail, and then he said, "There's a lot of things that are cute about her."
Wow.
Specifically said that line.
Wow.
That's terrible.
And I woke him up and told him that.
He's like, I'm sorry.
I'm like, tell me I'm weird. And then I had a dream about chasing a kid, and I woke up like scared and startled, and it was just like really fucked up.
Why were you the predator? Or were you trying to help the child?
I was being preyed upon by this child, and I had to then like, it was scary. What do you hate?
Kids.
I mean, I hate the whole damn thing right now.
Okay. Oh, it's the worst. Everything's the worst.
I guess that's what I hate about it is, I mean, I'm not religious. I like the holiday of Christmas. I have a past with it that I'm, processing and all that stuff. But I hate that this holiday season feels like ruined. It's really hard to get. And good Lord, there's just like so much bad shit happening. It's not like we didn't know. So I feel like our roosters are just, I don't know. Our chickens have come back to roost. That's what it is. Our roosters have come back to chicken.
Oh, they sure do.
But I don't know. It just, trying to find some good stuff. I mean, there's good people going to figure something out. Mm-hmm. But I feel like I can't have a conversation with anyone without somebody being completely wrong.
Do you get annoyed when you see, like, lately I see people on Facebook posting like, everyone pray for my job bonus, and you're like, the world is dying.
Yeah.
Don't fucking ask
also,
for
who
prayers.
did you vote for?
Yeah.
And then I'll pray for you, maybe.
No. Like, I can't with superficial shit right now.
Way of, I know. Yeah, it's the superficial stuff is very difficult.
Yeah. Which just sucks because I love being superficial.
Me too.
But let's say a thing that we love, and like let's maybe make the world a little bit more positive by things that we love. Alie, let's send on Ria's love.
God.
I know, right? There's really not. I was going to say sitting in the shower.
I'm trying to think of,
but that's
sitting in the shower crying.
I have a very simple one that I could say, and then we could maybe come back around. I loved the fruit in Hawaii because I just got to visit Hawaii for the first time and learned a lot about Hawaii and felt terrible and also grateful that I got to see it,
Yeah.
For both reasons, and like glad that I have the knowledge of the place and how it came to be, and I'm like more aware of those things. But the food there, it's like what a banana tastes like.
Yeah.
Like the first banana I had, I was like, holy shit. It's so good.
I didn't know that.
Like, I've never given a shit about papaya, and I ate it like every morning.
I had a papaya in Hawaii, and it was fucking legit.
Good.
It's so good.
I get papaya and mangoes confused. Like they're siblings that are like, fuck you, I'm the papaya. And I'm like,
I am way older.
I'm the older one.
And mangoes are such assholes of fruit.
They are, because there's a fucking
pit.
huge pit.
You don't know what's pit and what's fruit.
Oh my God. Fuck
Which
you,
is probably
mangoes.
the mango being like, sucker, you can't eat me.
no.
They're little
But it's
shits.
very good in Hawaii. It's so much better. And fucking pineapple, which doesn't originate from there.
Where's
that
it from?
came from like Spain or something. But still, they grow there very well, and they taste so good.
Oh my God.
I appreciate that you didn't call it Hawaii.
Oh yeah, I'm white. I'm not gonna. That's rude. And like
You're a white-y.
we went to a spa. I just mean I'm white. I'm not gonna be like that. Like that.
Oh, my mom does that. New Orleans. Like jokingly, but it's still so annoying.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's New
Mom.
Orleans.
Janet.
I know that's how you pronounce it, but I feel like I'm gonna be making fun of something.
That's
if
not
I
how
say it that
we
way.
pronounce. You're supposed to pronounce it.
Yeah.
There was a guy at a spa that we went to that I think was at one point locally owned. I don't know. I'm sorry. But as we were leaving, he was like a white dude sitting there like setting up his stay, and he was like, why isn't anybody saying aloha to me? I thought everybody was supposed to say aloha. And then this one was like, oh, I'm sorry, aloha. And like as we walked by another woman who like also that worked there that also witnessed it, and I was like, thank you, have a good one, goodbye.
Well, the cool thing about aloha, it does mean a lot of things. It can mean fuck you too. Does it mean fuck you?
Aloha,
Oh my God, what an ass.
mahalo. I
Alie,
just
what
like,
do you
God damn it,
love?
I'm not going to say those things.
No, you can't. You're a dick.
I didn't earn it.
Get tanner.
Yeah.
What do you love, Alie?
I love this weird herbal shit that I take before bed sometimes. And I, again, do not have any problem with insomnia. I fall asleep immediately.
Yeah.
But I've been taking this stuff called Tranquinel.
Ooh, that sounds fucking
that sounds
pharmaceutical.
Doesn't it sound like it's something someone has to shoot into your veins?
Yeah.
Did you ever take Calm's Forte?
Oh, I have.
No.
I like took so much of it that it doesn't work on me anymore.
Yay. Did you smoke it?
Yeah, I freebased it.
You roll it in some toilet paper, light it on fire.
It works though.
It has turkey tails and valerian root.
Turkey tails? What the hell's a turkey tail?
It's a fucking mushroom that looks like a turkey tail.
Wow.
But it smells.
Hen of the woods, turkey tail.
Is that what you gave me?
It smells like if you put your nose directly into a dog butt. Like it smells fucking.
I've only done that
bad.
once or twice.
On accident.
You know, sometimes you see a dog's butt that you're like, that dog needs some Cottonelle wipes.
Oh,
it smells like that.
Ew, why is this grossing me out more than talking about
That
poop?
is such a specific
is.
description.
Every time I take it, I
Also,
think this is disgusting.
Stephen, can you bleep Cottonelle,
They're
please?
pretty bad.
Thank you.
But you take it and you have these. You go on a dream journey.
Ooh, I don't like that.
You feel like you need a shaman in bed with you. You have these
Whoa.
insane dreams that are like so restful because you're just in the deepest, like REM or REM. Do I say REM or REM? One's a
REM.
band. REM. Thank you.
I think, right?
I don't know. You have dreams about Michael Stipe, and it's amazing. But it works. It smells horrible. It's good.